Hello, students. I have once again come with another video lecture on the topic of list operation. So here also we are going to attempt 30 questions on list operations. So let's see, this is the first one. Which one of the following would give an error? Now we have four options here. This is list. This one, the second one is list multiplied, empty list multiplied by 3. And then we are having the third one, which is the list one is a empty list plus 3 and none of the above. Now, if you look at the options, the A seems to be correct. Now we come to B. B also seems to be okay. Now between B and C, we have to decide which one is there. Now, if there is an empty list and we try to multiply this list with the 3, so replication operator, will it work for empty list? So let's see, we are having this list, and here we are in this list, we are taking this one and multiplied by 3, and we run it. So we are not getting any error. So this one is correct. But the one which we have to see is this one. Now, if we run this one, we are getting an error. And you can see the error. Why? Because in list operation, we can add a list with a list, but not with a integer value. So here, this would give an error. So this is the correct answer. So let's see and check this one. Yeah, this is the correct one. Now, a second one is which of the following is true regarding list in Python? The first one, lists are immutable. So immediately, if you are reading it carefully, it is saying immutable means you cannot change it, which is not true. So we are looking for a true statement. So this is a false statement. Size of list must be specified before its initialization. No, we do not have to do anything like we have to tell the size because it's a dynamic, lists are dynamic. So we do not have to do anything of that sort. Elements of list are stored in contiguous memory location. Yes, it is true because that is the reason why we can use indexing to extract the elements. And the D1 is size list one command is used to find the size of list. Yeah, list is size is like one of the functions which are there in size of in C, C++, it is there, but not here. It is len, which tells the number of element. So C is the correct answer. Yes, C is the correct answer. Now here we come to this one. What will be the output of the below Python code? We have a list with the value 8095, and this is list 1 colon minus 1. Now, see, this double colon minus 1 basically is a very simple one. If you have studied in class 11, it's simply reverse the entire list. So let me show you if I run this one. So you are going to see the values are like 5908. So here 5908 is the first one. So this is the, and this should be the correct answer. Yes, this one is the correct answer. Now the fourth one. Now, which one of the following will give you the output as 232975? If the list is 26, 23, 3209,875. Now, if we look at this one, what we can understand the values are after 23, the next value is 2. After 2, then 9, and after 9 is 75. So one of the things which we can understand is that the values are one of in between, we are skipping one value. So we can see it here, this 2, which is telling to skip to one, not going to directly to the next element, but skipping one element, it is because of 2. 23 means the first element, which is 23. And now we have to reach up to 25. And remember, in case of list, if you want the values to extract, the end value should be one more than the given, the index till where we want the values. So here 23 is there. This is at the index 1. And let's see 75 is where. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we want to include 75, we have to give the index 8. Now 8 is here, but this one is starting from 0. So if 1 to 8, if we do, So we will be getting this value here as a result. So C is the correct answer. Okay. Now this is the one which is saying the average marks, the marks of a student on 6 subjects are stored in a list, and list is this one. And how can the average marks be calculated? And we know the average. What is the average? Average is the sum divided by the total number of elements. So there's no such function as average. Here we are getting sum. So here also we are getting sum. So B and C. Number of elements, we cannot get it from the size, but it is from the len. So len function is going to give us the number of elements. So the correct one will be sum divided by len. So B is the correct answer. Okay, next one, what will be the output of the following Python code? Now we have a list with a certain number of certain words are there, few words are there, and we have to find the minimum of the word. Now it might feel like that the minimum will work only with like it takes a list, but does it mean that it can only work with the numbers? So let's give a try first. Let's say we write min of this in the list. Okay, so we are taking the min and list one. So here, if we run it, we are getting 0. Okay, not a issue. But let's see, we take some um, words here, right? Red, green, and let's see, the another one is the blue. Okay, so we are taking this one. And let's see, we run it here. Now, if we run this one, you can see the word blue is like getting. But now I am giving you one more thing which you need to note is that if I give a red R and then I'm in uppercase and if I run, this time this R is coming. This is happening because Python treats uppercase and lowercase letters separate, differently. It's a case sensitive. So with the lowercase letters are having a higher ASCII code than the uppercase letters. So always the uppercase letters will as have a lower ASCII code, so they will come like in case we are finding the minimum value, so we have to consider them first. Now in this case, you can see this uppercase are here and here also first. So like in a dictionary, we have to see which one will come. So obviously these two will are the first one to come. But out of this two, if you look at the dictionary, the C should be the one which should come first. So the minimum value of this is C. And to verify this thing, I'm just taking you here and putting this one and this copying the code here and I'm running it here. And you can see the C is the correct answer. So C is the one. Okay, so this one is done. Now the next one is which of the following will give output as 8, 9, 10, 2, 3. So first we need to see here that this list one is there 6, 23, 3, 2, 10, 9, 8, 75. So first is 8, then 9, then 10, then 2, and 3. The thing to be noted here is that these values are in reverse order. So if we want the values to be in reverse order, we have to give -1 so that it is going in this direction, because if it is -1, if it is -2, so you need a -1. Now we have to go up to this one. So this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, up to 3, -5. But we need the other value also. This is the one which is the 23 also we need to. So let me see -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7 till -7. And we start from, if we look from the -7, we have to go up to this is -2. Okay, -2. So -2 to -7. It cannot be -7 because -7 -1 will be -8. So it cannot be -7. It will be -2 because we are reading in a reverse order. So -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 up to -7. So in this case, then the answer will be B. Okay. So let's check. This is the answer. Yes, this is the correct answer. Now we are coming to this one. What will be the result after execution of the ever Python code? Now we have a list one with this set of values are there. List one dot pop 3. 3 means the index 3. So index 3 is 0, 1, 2, 3. So 7 is the value which will be removed. So if you remove the 7 from here, so 3, 2, 5, 3, 6, this is A. 7 is in rest, all 7 is present. So we can safely say A is the correct answer. Okay, when we come to the ninth one. Now, ninth one, what would be the output of the following Python code? Now, here you see we have a list and we are removing the value 2. Now, the problem is here, this remove 2 means, will it remove both the 2's or only one? As we know, so instead of going to this thing, before I come to the answer, I tell you what exactly it is doing. If you write this thing and then you print the list one. So if you're printing the list one, what result you are going to see? So in that case, you're going to see the result. It has removed only the first occurrence of 2. So if we remove the first occurrence of 2, then what is left is 1, 3, which is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 and 10. Okay, 9 and 10 is 19. And this 2, which is 21. So here the sum is there. So it is 21. Okay. Next is what will be the output of the below Python code? We have a Tom, Mary, Simon, and insert 5, 8. Now the thing is that before we come to this, 2, 3 things which we need to understand is that in a list function, okay, so we take a list, not a function. In the list, if we are taking some value like 3, 4, and if I am doing list dot index, the index which is not here is, let's say 10. 10 index is not there. And I am putting a value 5 here. And if I print the list, what will be the output? So let me run it. And what you see, uh, it is the list here, the index is there. Oh no, it's I'm going, not the index is the thing, it is the insert. Okay, so I'm making the change. Now with the insert, if I see this one, what you will see is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So irrespective any bigger index, you will get this result. And if you are doing list dot insert and you are giving, let's see, minus 10, which is also not here, and we give some values like minus 5, and if we run it, so you will see the result is here. So what is the understanding? The understanding is there for any bigger index which is not present, it will be at the end, and for any smaller index which is not there, it will be in the front. So in this case, the here it is at the 5, 8, so the answer should be B. Okay, so this is the B, so this is one. Now, 11 is what is the output of the code when we execute the list hello? Okay, it seems this two doesn't looks like a correct answer, but between A and B, we have to decide. Many may think that this is like hello will come like this in a list, but Python will take this as a string literature and it will treat each of the individual elements as a when you are passing to this function. So if you see it here, if you are writing this thing, okay, I'm writing this thing, and let me print this thing. So if I'm printing this part, and so this is going to give you a list. Now, what is there in the list? You should see. So when we run this thing, what we get? We get a list. All the in this string, whichever words letters are there, each of the letter is like separately it has come. Okay, so I think this is so we can safely say this is the, and it is in the form of a list. So A is the correct answer. Okay, now we come to this one. Find the output. We have a list is there, Amit, Sumit, Naina, and here L minus 1 and minus 1. Now we have to understand one thing here. This first minus 1 means the last element. Okay, and this second minus 1 is the it is again considering it's again a kind of a string. Now in this string, which is the minus 1 means the last character. Last character is A, so the answer will be here C. So let's check this one. Yes, answer is C. Now we are coming to this one. Write the output of the following code. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for I in L, print I and I equal to I plus 1. Now, before we again come to the answering part, we see what exactly is happening. See, it is going to read every value from here. So I will be having a one value. And this value which it is there, it is a like a kind of a constant value. Here it will be getting all this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we are changing the value. But ultimately, when it is coming here, it is not going to affect the next value, which is it is reading from this list. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that is to be printed. So in this case, this is to be printed, and others are not to be are not assumed to be are not the correct answers. Okay, 14.1. So write the output of the following. We have a t equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5, and list L equal to list t. And now 3 multiplied by 2.5. So 3 means the third element. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is multiplied by 2.5. So 4, 2.5 is 25. 4 means 100. So decimal point. So it is 10. Now the question is whether it's the B or C. And you see a decimal point is there. So that's why the answer will be also in a float. Okay, so that is the thing which we always have to remember. When we multiply a float and integer, we will get a result in the form of a float. Now the next one is write the output of the following. T equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, T1 is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, and T2 is equal to T plus T1. It should have been a print statement, but let's see, we are thinking in terms of the T2. Now T2 is the one for which we do not know anything. So what is T2 here? And the plus operator, you know, it is a concatenation operator. It joins the values of 1, 2, 3, 4 with the 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer will be, in this case, will be B. Okay, so let's check. Yes, so this is the correct answer. Now write the output of the following. We have T equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and T1 equal to 3, 4, 5, 6. So T1 dot append T1. Now a single value will be appended, which is T1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it seems to be the answer. Okay, right? And this will not be, and none of the above doesn't look so. But is it so? No. We have to look what this change has happened in T. We are printing T2, and this append function has no return value. So when a function does not return anything, it implicitly return none. So it should be none here. Okay, so it's a bit of tricky, but let's see here. We check also this thing. Is it correct? So let's run it. So it is none. So you have to check that this thing which is t dot append, it is going to affect the t, but as it is a void function, so it is going to return the value none. Okay, so we come to the next one. A del statement can delete the following: a single element, multiple elements, all elements along the list, and all of them. Okay, so let's see what is the del is doing. So let's see, we're doing del t0. So it is printing, if we are printing, we are deleting the only single element. Okay, so let's run it. So we can see one has gone. Now we can do here 1, 2, 2. That means 0 and 1. So 1 and 2 can be deleted. Yes, 1 and 2. And if we do this t, delete the entire thing. So is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Why? Because it's after this line, it is not recognizing the T. That means after this line, it has removed the T altogether from the memory. And so print T is giving a name error. So in this case, we can say it is possible for single, multiple, all, and all of the above will be the correct answer. Okay, now we come to the next one. Write the output of the following. T is 1, 2, 3, 4. T1 equal to T. T0 is A, T, T1. Now, before we come to this answer, I would like you to see, let's see, this is T1 and this is T2. Okay, T2. And we see it here, this T1. Now, if I print the T1 and I print T2. So if I print T1 and T2, what I am getting? I am getting the same value, but the confusion is there whether this T2 is a separate copy or same copy. So what I am doing is that I am writing T1 first element, I'm replacing it by 10. And now again, I am printing the T1 and T2. Let me see if I run this one, what I will get. Yes, what I'm getting is that it has changed, modified the first element in T2 too. So that means they are both pointing to the same memory location. So if I'm making it one A, the other one will also be A. So B will be the correct answer. Okay, this is one. Now the next one is write the output of the following. We have physics. This is the one. Then chemistry, this is 2, then maths, then 3, then 4, then 5, and 6. Remember, in the len function, we actually see the actual counts, which is starting from 1. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 elements are there. So C, D will be the correct answer. Okay, now we are coming to this one, which is write the output of the following. L equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and L3. Now you see LL3, then in the list, which is the third element? So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So 4 is the third element here. So we are getting here 4. Now again, it is as it nested. So L is 4. So L4 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 5. So fifth one is the correct one. Okay. So fifth one should be the correct answer in this case. Okay. Now we are coming to the 21st. Let me make it up. So in 21st, we have list 1, 2, then list 3 and 4. Now append. Append function will add 3, 4 in this list. So we can say C and D. Now we come to list 3, which is 5, 6 and extend 3. So what it is doing is that these values of 5 and 6 will be now added to the list. Okay, so append always add a single value and it will add all the values which are there in this list. So in that case, C should be the correct answer. Okay, so if you want even to see this thing, you can just copy it. And let's see if we copy and check here. And if we run it here, and we can see it is the same answer. Okay, so we select this one. 22nd, find the output of, there's a function with the list empty, and then we have for x in scope, this is double colon -1, x not in list, and x mod 2 is not equal to 1, then we add it. So a little bit we do the working of this one. You can just see and the working, and we will not execute exactly. So here what we are getting is x will take all the values of ARR in a reverse order. So the values will be like 5, 6, 3, 2, or 4, then again 2, then 3, and then 1. Now here what it is saying, if x is not in list, okay, so 5 is not in list, and if it is not divisible, if the mod of the value is not 1, that means if we can say if a number's mod is 1, that means it is a odd, but if it is not 1, that means it is a even. So if it is not in the list, and the even numbers will be added. So in this case, 6 is the even, 2 is the even, 4 is the even, and 2 is the even again. But again, there's a one issues here. If it is already there, it will not be added again. Okay, because if it is not there, so 6, 2, and 4. Okay, so this should be the answer if it is there. So this is the answer. Okay, yes. So this one is correct. All right. Now the next one is which line numbers will cause error. Now here. My list plus 60. Yes, line number 2 is already we have discussed that you cannot add an integer to a list. Count, remember, if you recall, count can return if a value is not there, so it returns 0. But index, on the other hand, will raise error. So we can see line number 2 and line number 4, 2 and 4. Line number 5 is also a bit incorrect because here this variable is not there, but there is no such option where we can say all the 2 and this one. And I think it's just a mistake. So considering it's a typing error, so we are leaving the 5, we are taking the second and the fourth one. So let's see and check whether it is the correct answer. Yes, it is the correct answer. Next is this one. Okay, so here we have 24th one. We have this values are there. So 1, 2, 3, we have 20 and 30. So 1, 2, 3 means element 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 is 22, and this is replaced by uh, 20 and 30. Okay, I just show a little here so that you can understand here. So 1 and 2 means if this entire thing is there, in this case, let's say this entire thing is there. So here 20 and 30 is going to replace 1 and 2. So it will be replaced here. Okay. Oh, it's not taken. So let's see. This we are taking it here. So 1 and 2 is going to replace this value. Okay, next is 40 and 50. So 40 and 50 is like 3 and 5. So 3 and 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this will be there. So we are going to put 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 means this two are there. So we are getting 11, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This should be the output. You can run it here also, and you can see we are right. So in that case, 11, 20, 30, 40, 60, and we have 66 also. Okay, so 66. So 11, 20, 30, 40, 50, 66. Okay, so C is the correct answer. So let's see. Yes, we are right. Next one is to find the output, modify the list for I in range len of list. If list I mod 2 equal to, that means if it is a even value, we will multiply by 3. And if it is an odd value, we are going to multiply it by 2. So 5 is a odd value, and we have to multiply odd value by 2. Okay, so 5 should become 10. So I think B and D. 4 should become 12. So this time now you can see there's no possibility of D. So this and rest we can see 3 is again at 6, 2 is 6, and 1 is 2. So B will be the correct answer. Okay, so the next one is we have this 126 or 30. The change of list is equal to list colon minus 1. Now, this is a very important one, which slightly bit confusion is there. So, why I want to show you first that if we are doing here, let's say we are not calling the function, but if we are print here ARR square bracket colon minus 1. So what it is going to print is it's going to print this list without 5. Okay, so this is the one understanding of this thing. So here we are getting something without the 5. So if we are taking this thing and we are getting it here, this entire thing as here 5 without 5. Okay, so list is modified, and then we are doing it here for I in range len list. And then if it is a divisible by 3, we've written here 1. If we will divide by 3 and we get a result 1, then we multiply it by 2. But before we come to a solution part, I would like you to focus on a very simple thing which I'm telling you, not writing this code. If I'm printing the ID of list here and the ID of list here, okay, ID of list here, and if I'm running it here and you see the I think I've written list ID list is the, oh, this will be ARR. So let's see ARR, and now we run it this one. So what you will get it here, you are getting the same ID. Okay, so at this point when you have passed it, you're getting the same ID. But let's see, we are doing the change which we have done in this is colon minus 1, and then we are again printing the ID. So if we run this one, what we are getting this time that uh, till this point ID is same, but the moment you are changing by like doing this slicing operation, we are extracting. So this operation is basically returning a new set of values which are stored in a new memory location, which is like by this particular ID objects, this which is a different from the one which we have discussed. So so for your understanding, I'm telling you for list, whether it's a replication operator or whether it's a concatenation operator, whether it's a plus, this is a multiplication or this indexing, this will always create a new memory location, which is like, so if you pass it here, so after this point, you are getting a new memory location. The original one is not now like corrected with it. So if you print it later on, so you will get the same values. In this case, I'm just showing you the output directly so that you can understand why the output is the same one. So you can see it is 246. There is no change because from this point onward, whatever you are doing, it is internal to this another memory location, and ARR remains same as it is. So in that case, we have 26412 5 is the correct answer. Okay. So we come to the, yes, this is the correct. Now the 27th one. Now 27th one is it's a bit of confusion is there. So let me first clear the confusion from your mind. What is the confusion? Why these functions each mean? First, this sorting will arrange the element in ascending order. Ascending order means 11, 22, 33, 44, and 50. And the reverse of this thing is very simply is doing 50, reverse 55, 44, uh, 33, 22, and 11. And finally, we are doing this, which is again doing a sorting, but this time it will arrange the elements in descending order. And fortunately, the elements are already in descending order, so there won't be any change. So this will be operation which this does not change anything. So we are getting the same values. Okay, so remember that when we have a reverse equal to true, the same sort function returns the like it doesn't return, it's basically arranges the elements in descending order. So we can say I think the B is the correct answer. So B is the correct answer. Now we are coming to the 28th one. So here we have a list one and list two. Now both are reference to the same memory location. So first time we have made that value 2 is 20, and in the next case we have made uh, in the list 2, as both are pointing to the same memory location. So now both list 1 and list 2, when we print, they will have a 30 here because they are pointing to the same memory location. So in that case we can say answer is D. I hope you understood, because this is when we write this kind of thing, they both point to the same memory location. Same memory location has two names, so any changes will reflected in both the variables. Okay, now this is the 29th one. Find the output of this one. Now it's look bit of not so easy to understand. So let's see, we understand this and then we go for the solution. Now, if we see the first, this is the nested list. We have insert 2, 4, 5. 2 index means 0, 1, 2. So if I take this one here and I put it here, so instead of this here, insert means it will shift the value. So we are getting this value here. Okay, so this is one we have understood. Okay, so this is the what index has done. After this insert, we have a pop 1. Now, pop 1 means here 0, 1. So this value, no, list 1, pop 1. So list 1 is here. This is the list 1. But in this list 1, because it's a list, in this one, we have to pop the first element. This is 0 and 1. So what happened here? We get in this list, this 4 is removed. Now we are coming to the next one, which is the list 2, 1 equal to 4. So list 2 means 0, 1, 2. Here the second list, second element of this list, the first value means first index value, which is 5, should be 4. So here if we go this one and we put it here, it will be 4 here. Now finally we have a pop function. So pop function means we are going to remove this 5 and 6 from the last value from this list. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So there's no other value like similar to like this. This is the one which should be the answer. So let's submit this one. And this is the correct answer. Now, finally, we have come to this one where we have list and we, in this case, we have a new list and we are reading each of the list character from this list, which means each of the character. And for carrying A, E, I, U, we are going to append this car. So here we see I, O, A, I, O. But here we are printing in a reverse order. So it will be O, I, A, uh, then O and I. So I can see the one which is the C. C is the one which is like the correct one. Uh, because we have to start with the last character, which is O. Okay, so the last O is the one in here, IO, and it is here OI. Yes, so it will be reversed. So you can always see whenever you are doing a solution, it's always a good thing. You can write it down and see what exactly is the way it's working. Maybe in this MCQ question, a minor error may cause you lose marks. So you have to be careful while doing this thing. So I hope you have understood how this list, what are the different types of list problems are there, which may come in the exam, which may possibly come in the exam. And I hope you have understood what is the reason why one is the answer and why the other is not the answer. So like my previous videos, again, like this is the one I have done on the list. So I'm very soon doing more videos on the topics like on the dictionary tuples, so that you have some kind of a selective understanding of the topic, okay, specific understanding of the topic. Otherwise, in papers, we have all the questions are there. So if you go through this MCQ lecture video, I think you will have a clear understanding of the each of the topic. And once again, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe my channel so that I will be motivated to create more videos for you students. Okay, thank you very much.